to give you guys a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of our population, the Indian population, is below the age of 25, while 65% is below the age of 35? So just imagine the huge percentage of the worldwide number of youth that India alone makes up. So that being said, today we're going to be discussing youth and mental health. So to begin this discussion, Doctor, can you enlighten us on some of the common issues faced by our youth today?
So as you rightly said, it is important and very, very important that, if we look into the status of mental health of young people in the country, there is a lot of doubts whether are we actually going to make use of this huge number. I mean, we have an advantage in number, but I think, if you take many number of issues that our young people experience, it is, it has to do with the mental health, it has to do with education, it has to do with the cultural issues, religious, political. So there are so many different levels of issues that our young people experience. Among all these, if I can count all as very important, maybe among all the important, I think the most important would be the status of mental health among young.
Supposing I notice a friend of mine, and she's been showing these signs of, maybe being very low, not feeling like participating, and sometimes she can be very irritable. So I think that, okay, our relationship is getting strained, I want to be there for her, and I feel like she needs to get professional help. How would I go about approaching this situation?
People with the mental health condition, I often compare it with somebody walking through bushes with what we call thorns. Okay, thorny bushes. Like you walk through it, you come out on the other side, your body is fully scratched, with so much scratches on your body, and everywhere it pains. So even if you want to touch that person to support, that is going to hurt. Okay, so mental health condition is something like that. They're hurting all over their body, not just mine. So even if you want to hug that person with the love, it is still going to hurt. So we need to be very, very careful. So show that care, show that concern. Trust me, anybody will, tell that whatever is going through. And I would call it as, maybe you can go to that person and you can greet that person, hello, good morning, or good afternoon, whatever is, the appropriate, and say, how have you been? How have you been? So usually people would say that, I'm fine. I mean, that is a staple answer that we all have, right? It's a plastered answer, how are you? And I'm fine. And so we have to have that patience to go beyond that first question of how are you, because how are you often gives you an automatic reply of I'm fine, and often we take that answer and we move away. Okay, so we do not have to do that. So when we hear I'm fine, then we have to think, is it actually that person is actually fine? And as you read, you said, you already know that person is not actually fine, but often we comes back thinking that, oh, this person do not want to share. Okay, so we need to ask, oh, but I just wanted to share with you that I have been noticing you, and you have been behaving differently. I have seen you being different from usual self, and I just wanted to tell you that this is what I would say. I just wanted to tell you that if you wanted to do something, if there is something that is going on with you that is troubling you, I would really love to listen to you. And don't even offer support like what I in the beginning. I mean, maybe the person do not want support that way, so you can offer that the offer to help. You get the idea that you may not have to tell that I'm going to help you. We can say that I'm ready to help you. Okay, so that the person would say, and trust me, that person often would say that no, it's everything is fine, it's nothing. So usually we again, so some people will stick with the second question, but the second answer comes that I'm fine, it's all right, then we leave. No, we need to think, actually, is it actually everything is fine? Okay, so the usual answer I often say that it's nothing. Often people say it's nothing. Okay, but it is not nothing. So what usually people would mean when they say it is nothing is that it is nothing, it is not full stop, it is nothing. Then inside the mind they would say that I think you would understand, that I think you won't like, that I think that you would want to help me with, so that part they say inside their mind. Okay, so and I often keep saying, what was the last time when you said it's nothing and it was actually nothing? I think the time is that it is never. There is always something. Most often there is something. So we need to go beyond that level of nothingness and look into the eyes, reach out to the heart and offer your availability, not even help, offer your availability. and that person would say no, still say that, no, I don't have any issue, then you say, oh, all right, I wish that, and I believe that you're doing good, that's all right, but if you feel like there is something that you wanted to share, I'm available, do let me know. Then you move back. Okay, do not force help on somebody else. Okay,